Hey, we're back. Wow, two videos in 1 week. I must be sick. Uh, got the rear end in the car. We'll just say in the car. It's not permanently, but we got work to do. Just trying to get stuff figured out. Um, yeah. This is what I cut off of the axles. Axles are in, got the bearing in and pressed on. Uh, so this was the cut to fit axle that I ordered, and this is the one I had. So that's what I cut off of those to make those fit. I had to take this side out earlier to cut it down just a touch too long. But what we have going on here is just mock up and stuff like that. Not using that rotor. But anyhow, what we're gonna do, what I got going on. Come on, focus. There we go. These back mounts, I didn't have those welded on yet because, well, still looking things over. I get kind of, I don't want to say anal, just kind of make sure I'm doing things correctly per se. I tried to put the drive shaft in, and when it's hanging down, it doesn't fit, and the drive shaft bottoms out in the transmission. So since I'm using the old 8.8 and I want it where it used to be, something's telling me that the rear end has to move back a little bit. Probably should have taken a wheelbase measurement or putting a center line measurement on the body of the axle, but hindsight is always 2020. So what I'm thinking about doing is knocking these loose, rotating them forward, and that should bring the rear end back. And so we'll have to tinker around with that, but we can't come back too far because the shock will hit. Maybe I should have taken a measurement from the bolt hole on the factory mount that was on the rear end somehow, some way. We'll see. It's still work in progress. So, and one thing, so coming from dirt tracking, when on dirt tracks and even 4-bar drag cars, uh, the true 4 bars, they have these at a radius. Okay. So these are roughly 17 something inches long, center to center. Granted, I couldn't do that here, but a lot of these places make their lower brackets and their bolt holes run up and down. To me, you would think you'd have it on the radius to where if you move something, you don't have to adjust the bar. You just raise it up and raise it down. And that takes care of what you're needing to do with your bars. When your bars are up at an angle to the front, what that does is that plants more pressure on the tires. Like when we're in sport mod, you move your bars up and down whenever you need to, and like I say, it plants the power to the ground on that tire the higher up the bar went. But I may overthink stuff because that's what I do. I overthink stuff. So once again, we'll figure that out. We'll get them welded in. Working on some brakes. I might do the same setup as I had on the S10, just basically a hat, a brake hat and a rotor attached, and maybe a GM metric brake caliper. Seems about the easiest for me. Somewhat of a cheaper, more inexpensive route. It works fine. So we'll see about that. Uh, Again, just trying to get stuff figured out. And I have come to the realization in my older age that this will be probably my last major project like this. I started welding this up last night, and the old eyes just aren't what they used to be. But the garage was dark, so I'm gonna get me an LED light or a light so I can light up what I'm working on. I like to be a realist and not bullshit myself, so we'll see. I need to get new lens cover on the helmet so it's not so dark. But again, just having a hard time seeing what I'm welding, but hopefully that'll be because of the light. Other than that, it's kind of going. I'm tinkering away. It's a nice day outside. And so, yeah, working in the garage, got the garage door open, got some Pandora on. So I need to come up with a seat mount, I think. I don't know if I like what I got going on. I think I need to move the seat a little bit to the right. I like to bolt my seats on the sides. I don't like to bolt them on the bottom, but NHRA rules say 4 bolts minimum on the bottom side. So maybe I'll say, well, it's the bottom of the seat, but need to get something put back here for the seat back mount. So yeah, I'm not going to show you any of my welds because they look terrible. Will they work? I'm sure they will, but they just look like shit. So just a little update, and thought I'd share with you. Yeah, maybe in the next couple weeks we can maybe try to get it on the ground. Got to buy some weld-on shock mounts for the rear end, get them figured out. So we'll see what happens, but sorry, not a whole lot of content here, but it happens. I'm the king of short videos. So everybody have a good weekend, and I will talk to you later. See ya.